Yes.
Is it a good DVD week?
It is, yes. Well, no, they're like any DVD
well, it
week.
Is or it isn't. It can't be.
There's some interesting stuff out. It's Contagion is the main title.
Right,
you've seen.
We'll do that later. So let's talk
Wanderlust, the
Wanderlust.
latest film from the production stable of Judd Apatow, and the latest Judd Apatow film, Guilty of Insufficient Laughter, which, as you remember from Days of Yore, is, in the words of Woody Allen, reason for divorce. Jennifer Aniston and Paul Rudd, possibly the most annoying screen couple imaginable. They've just bought a tiny little apartment in New York because he's got a job, then he loses the job. Oh no, they'll have to go and stay with his annoying brother out in the sticks. On the way to the annoying brother out in the sticks, they need to stop somewhere because she can't be in the car with him anymore, and I know how she feels. They end up at the Elysium Fields, which they think is a B&B, but guess what? It turns out to be a hippie commune run entirely by hippies in a communal kind of way. And now we have a fish out of water comedy, or fish out of water comedy, in which two annoying yuppies find themselves in the company of the Manson family. Here's a clip.
I'm Eva.
Hi.
I hear you guys are from New York.
Fellow New Yorker, 88th and Broadway.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow, what do you know?
What do you know?
We're from the West Village.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're in Christopher.
best
Christopher.
neighborhood.
I know.
I know New York is a great city, but
Yeah.
I do not miss that lifestyle at all. I mean, it was just stress and blackberries and sleeping pills. I used to drink a triple latte
Yeah.
every morning just to wake up.
Well, I see your point, but I kind of value the sleeping pill and the blackberry and the latte.
You know, you can really get trapped in that web of beepers and Zenith televisions and Walkmans and Discmans and floppy disks and zip drives, laser discs, answering machines, and Nintendo Power Glove.
Wow, you know so much about technology.
Did you get that gag?
No.
The gag was that the technology that he was citing is all out of date because he's been living on a commune.
I see.
So that's the gag. Although it took quite a lot of the thing. It's okay. So that's why when he's saying, yeah, you can get some,
Maybe I'll go and see
zip
the film
drives.
now just to see it in context.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
Okay.
Is it funny in context?
Nope. The thing with it, I mean, okay, where to begin? Firstly, the problem with it is that everyone on the screen, you just think, I don't care. I just don't care. Fine. On the other, on one hand, annoying yuppie couple. On the other hand, really annoying hippie commune family who look like they just wandered out of Martha May Marcy Biddlybong. Put them together, hilarity will ensue, except it won't, because essentially the gag is, hey, they're the kind of people who would be drinking coffee in the what's the coffee shop called in Friends? It's called
Central Perk.
Central Perk, yeah, okay, but they're not that now because they're in a place where that's the gag. And to distill exactly what's wrong with the film, there is a sequence in it in which, in relation to the free love ethos, Paul Rudd, who I find an immensely uninvolving screen presence.
Uninvolving?
Yes.
That's not the worst thing you could say about anybody.
It is if you're an actor. If somebody is uninvolving and at every moment they're on the screen you just think,
I'm not involved.
yeah, exactly. In which he basically has to talk himself into being ready to engage in the free love ethos of this thing, and in order to do that, there is a sequence. It probably went on for 2 or 3 minutes. Seemed to me like it went on for 10, in which he talks dirty to himself in the mirror. Now, we know from the outtakes that everyone found this just hilariously funny, watching this guy getting, more and more sort of potty mouth with himself in the mirror, looking at himself doing it. And I just thought, I am going to scream, because this is just the perfect example of, they all thought it was hilarious on set. You know that thing about the more you enjoy making a comedy, the less the audience will enjoy watching it? Well, blimey, they must have had a ball making this, because it was like root canal surgery. And that sequence with him looking in the mirror, so two of him doing this thing which so many Judd Apatow movies now come down to, which is, we've totally run out of steam, so let's just have somebody just improv, run off at the mouth and just go for it, and because that's just crazy and wacky. You think the key to comedy, ow.
Did you just hit the table and you hit the Guardian so hard?
That's not the Guardian, that's Time Out. The key to comedy,
Same thing.
right, is discipline. Discipline, right? Timing, discipline.
Isn't the key to it being funny?
Yeah, well, what's funny is discipline. The key to not funny is lack of discipline. And I'm sorry, that whole sequence, I mean, as I said, when I was watching it in the cinema, I thought this is going on forever.
Was it flaccid?
Was it flaccid?
Yes.
I think that's a kind word for what it was. It was just rotten, not funny, not involving, not interesting, and would have been the worst film of the week was it not in a week in which another film is out.
Which we'll come to in just a moment. Dr. Shane Sullivan says, we have just returned from watching Wanderlust, a rather conventional comedy with some very unconventional supporting characters. Whilst the journey that Paul Rudd and Jennifer Aniston embark on is not new or novel, there's much to admire here. Indeed, the idea of a movie based on a culture clash with the hippie ethic is not new to Paul Rudd. See Our Idle Brother.
However, or don't.
However, the movie is extremely funny in places, i.e. the less aggressive alternative to clapping, and has a heart that is in the right place. Whilst the movie is short on plot, it's long on feel-good and quirky humour. The supporting cast is superb, but Alan Alda, you didn't mention Alan Alda.
Alan Alda is the kind of the guy who owns the house. Yeah, I mean, lovely man, I'm sure. There is a gag in it in which about Alan Alda sneaking off the commune to go and have a burger, which again seems to me to be a Manson family reference. And he looks for all the world like he's in a different film and is just happy to pick up the check.
Anyway, so Alan Alda and Justin Theroux deserves great praise. This is not so much as turn on, tune in, drop out, but more sit down, smile and giggle.
Sit down, lose the will to live, fall asleep,